Good morning, everybody.
Hi, Rich.
Hi.
Welcome to the podcast. I guess you've been trying to come in for a little while now, but between scheduling and holidays and COVID and Gripe and just everything else going around, we're finally here.
All perfect timing.
It's been eventful past 30 or 60 days down here, huh?
Yeah.
All right, so let's get started. Please introduce yourselves and tell me what we're talking about today.
I'm Ellen Bradley, and I'm just serving now as the president of Nosara Ocean Safety. And
I am Mariana Salas. I am the program coordinator for Nosara Ocean Safety.
My name is Anish Gut, and I am an instructor for Nosara Ocean Safety.
Thanks to all three of you for coming in today. So tell us what Nosara Ocean Safety is all about real quick.
Nosara Ocean Safety is a community movement that seeks to educate, empower, and prevent tragedies around the ocean. So we just really believe that empowering and educating fosters community and brings people together, tourists, expats, and locals alike. So we are here to help make the beaches safer and make everybody feel empowered around them, and thus elevating community.
I get you. So what do you mean by empowerment? Why is that important, and how are you doing all that? Take us into the roots of...
So, I would love to, because, this spawned from a year ago on Christmas when a woman drowned on Christmas Day. And many of us that were there and watched her struggle outside of the tide pools, we felt very disempowered and helpless, not being able to get to her and not knowing what to do, not having the resources. So we left that night, of course, really broken open, but also... many of us were like, we have to do something. We need to empower ourselves, empower our children, and empower this community to have the resources, to have the knowledge and the know-how to prevent something like this. So this is truly where the word empowerment comes from, because we felt so disempowered.
I got you. So this whole thing is spawned off of a tragedy, and the goal is to take that energy and spin it into something positive for the future. And you're saying empowerment a lot. I want to hear more about it, though. How are you doing this? What's your goal? Just walk us through the details.
Community education.
We want to make the beaches safer. That I think is essentially what we're trying to do through different strategies. And community, reaching the community. Who is in the water all the time? Surfers, the swimmers, right? Mm-hmm. So we reached out to the surf school first, and we offered them basic rescue ocean training and ocean awareness programs. So they could, in a safe way, respond if any accidents would happen out there.
I get you.
Mm-hmm. And what was very interesting in the beginning, when we did the trainings with all the surf schools, I think we went through, 6 trainings. The first 6 trainings that we did were in Spanish and were all the surf instructors. Mm-hmm. And after that, we got so many stories from them saying, I did a rescue and I did that technique and I learned so much. Mm-hmm. And I think it had a great improvement of the safety of the beaches. And when we were finished with that, the entire community came after us and said, hey, we also want to do your training. Mm-hmm. So it spread out to more and more. And I think that created safety. We live in Nosara, we're so far away from any authorities. If something happens here, what do we do? How do we safely communicate with someone caught in a rip current? What do we do if there is a surf accident? How do we get someone back on the beach? And I think we all know this, a lot of us that live here, we have to know how to take care of ourselves in a safe way. So empowering, especially the surf community here, to do proper rescues and learn CPR, first aid. I think that's been amazing.
Got it. So knowledge of how to conduct yourself in the ocean, how to help others when situations arise, that's the empowerment that you're talking about. It's not that you are wanting to buy a bunch of jet skis and lifeguard trainers type of thing, and you're like, because some people hear empower, it's like, well, what do you mean? Is it are you lifeguards? Are you this? Are you that? So there's some confusion between it all, and today you can clarify all that for people and explain who you are and what you're up to, and I think you're off to a great start. By the way, congratulations on your initial success, getting it started. All three of you came in like a ball of energy.
We're passionate.
I don't know if I would be able to handle all of it. So So congratulations on getting off to a good start, but let's see if we can help propel you a little bit further. Keep telling us what's going on.
I was just going to say, I think it's important to say, too, that we fully support Ryan and the Bomberos, and we're aligned to them in the mission to make our beaches safer, but we're not the lifeguards. Part of our funds and our donations are allocated to support the lifeguards, but that is not our mission. Our mission is for the community. And I think, too, along the lines of empowerment, it's not just the programs, but there was never flags on the beaches before, signage, emergency signage. I think the swell alerts on Instagram that a lot of local businesses are sharing is really helpful. Many people say all the time, these swell alerts are incredible because it empowers people. Oh, should I go in the ocean? Should I not? If I don't have the tools.
And something, something we like to talk a lot about in our programs is the best rescue is the one that doesn't have to be done, that doesn't happen, right? So reaching to locals that grew up here and don't know how to, identify a rip current or don't really know what the tides are or have all these like misconceptions of the ocean and be able to start conversations with them and, educate these people it's such a big difference, They tell all these stories that could have been a little bit different if they knew a little bit more about ocean awareness, basically. So
interesting. So y'all are hitting on all kinds of different levels.
Yeah, the surf guard training was only like the first step. It was only like the launch, I think. I mean, like we have so many activities coming out now. We have educational materials for rental homes and hotels coming out soon. We started the local trainings late last year. We went to Elimar High School a couple of times and we were teaching the teachers about ocean awareness, tides, surf, swimming. We also found out that in a group of, I think, 20-something people, only 3 of them could swim.
yes.
And most of them don't go to the beach very often because they don't know, much about the beach. So we also want to share knowledge so we can share the excitement about the ocean as well, in a safe way. So maybe also encourage more ticos to come to the beach and understand what's going on. The flag system that we created and is being implemented now by the lifeguards of Nosara is a universal language of conditions on the beach, right? So that is a way for people to also know and acknowledge what's going on that day on the beach.
Yeah, so you don't see yourselves as competition for the lifeguards or trying to be the lifeguards. You see yourselves as a source of information all the way from learning how to swim, and then once you know how to swim, how to conduct yourself, and then on past that, helping people who might need some help and being far enough along to be of assistance. That it's just knowledge across the board, but you're not an organization that's going to have somebody there to save someone's kid at the end of the day. That's the lifeguards. Is that what I'm hearing? Is that how it works?
Yeah, like there is that clear division of, the organization that we have lifeguards on the beach and how amazing is that? And they do rescues and they do a lot of prevention work. And then we have the people that live here, work here and on the beach all the time that can be able to support a rescue as well. So yes, we are not the lifeguards and we are so happy to have lifeguards on the beach now. We thank Bomberos de Nosara for creating that project, but we created a group of people or we didn't create a group of people. There is a group of people present in the ocean all the time, on the beach all the time, the people that work there, the people that live here, that now have done training so they can do these rescues and they can support the lifeguards if they need to, right? They are present all the time. The first responders are always the people that are there. And now we have a group of people that are educated and know what they do. But we support the Nosara lifeguards in different ways. We also support them with volunteers when they need volunteers to cover the beaches. We support them in search and rescue missions.
Yes.
Flag system and funding. I mean, we are not competitive at all. Like we're really trying to work sidelong with the lifeguards.
I think as Ryan Bombard has acknowledged too, he sees NOS as the community outreach arm. So we are the community that kind of holds that, which is really powerful because it's a way too, as Anne spoke with the surf guards, that it's really created community amongst the surf schools to be a part of these trainings and to now be connected. And we're all on that same mission of ocean safety, which is just awesome.
So tell us what's next. Like, how do you continue your ascent into getting this message out there and making it happen? Like what's in the near future and mid future for your organization?
Yeah, so I mean, as Ane is helping develop these incredible programs, more programs for locals, even just to teach about the rip currents, to understand and get to know their oceans, more ocean rescue courses, advanced ocean rescue courses.
Yes.
We're doing CPR courses for all the surf guards. And we want to acknowledge, too, that we give this to them so that teachers, the local or the expats and tourists are paying for the courses, but the surf guards have actually been able to do this course for free. So this is part of the fundraising. And of course, from there, I think the beautiful thing too is we've helped to create jobs. So a lot of these surf teachers are now instructors for NOS and they're leading the program. So as you can imagine, it's just spinning up. And as more programs are created, we're employing and empowering more locals to be instructors.
That's all fantastic, Biz. You're talking, I'm hearing dollar sign. I'm seeing a dollar sign like spin in my head. So that means you guys need money.
We need money. That's always.
Yes.
Nothing is free in Nosara.
Yeah, and you know, Rich, we started as a GoFundMe.
I had a joke there, but because it's our first podcast, I'm going to hold off. I had
Please,
a good
please.
Bite my tongue because we don't know each other very well. Back out next time.
Very good.
Well, I think it's important to say too, like we literally started as a GoFundMe because last year we said we can't wait to become an organization. Like we need to make our beaches safer tomorrow or today, and let's just see who will help in this movement. And this is how it's literally started, and it's incredible. We've raised over $65,000, and every dollar has been directed back into the community, into the beaches. And so it's truly by every individual that lives here. And now we've recently launched the Founding Partners Program.
Tell us about it.
Yeah. So the Founding Partners Program is with businesses like yourself, Surfing Nosara, Harmony Hotel, Gilded, any businesses that want to come on board and commit to a yearly amount and help to not only support NOS, but also to receive the benefits, as Mariana talked about. The educational materials will be put in the hotel rooms and rental properties. We've even offered hotels the ability to have weekly classes with a live NOS instructor as a kind of get to know your beaches in Nosara. So there'd be an hour class that any guest could come to, and they just are a little bit more educated that we know the beaches are gorgeous, but we also, many people don't know that they're very dangerous as well. And
Gotcha.
So teaching that. So there's this whole program that we'd love to just make it a huge community effort to support this.
And the founding partners, we also educate the staff members. So they also do basic ocean rescue trainings, ocean awareness courses. We have ocean awareness courses in Spanish, of course, for all of them. So we can all be on the same page, and they can actually talk to the tourist clients that they have and be able how to, learn how to actually read a swell forecast and, be able to educate tourists and share this.
What can someone listening to this do to help?
Oh, you can do a lot of things, right?
Tell us about that, please.
Well, I mean, I think donations is number one. Like donations. This is what has supported us. Directly through our website.
GoFundMe.
I'm trying to get you to say the website.
NosaraOceanSafety.org.
Yes.
Go directly there. We're another really amazing initiative that we're about to launch is called the NOS Pass. So think of it. There's all the business around here that have provided coupons, discounts to their businesses. So you'll buy the NOS Pass and you'll receive this whole booklet of coupons, and all the money goes directly to Nosara Ocean Safety. We're having our second annual gala at Koyal. The whole place has been given us by Angelina and Marian in March. So that's another amazing initiative to be a part of. And I mean, Ane can speak to this, but if you haven't taken the ocean rescue course,
do the training.
Please
join
all the trainings.
Learn more. Educate yourself. Follow our Instagram. On Instagram, we do the swell alerts. We do the rip current alerts. We try to keep people, the community, updated on current conditions here, and we're gonna run a lot more educational posts this year. It's
cool. Let's pause on that for a second. So get to your Instagram. People can see the conditions. They can find out when the upcoming trainings are and how they can get involved. They can go to your website to make donations directly to there. If I understood that right. And then the NOS Pass, I believe was the way you said it.
Yeah, NOS Pass.
And tell us when that's going to happen. And then also, do you have a date in March set for the Koyal dinner?
So the NOS Pass is basically the entertainment experience book curated by NOS, right?
And that comes out this season? Or?
That comes out this season. Ideally by March 1st, we have it available, ready to go, and it's valid for a year.
Okay.
So you can have it through a whole year, and it's great. Like all the experience part, I want to have the NOS Pass, honestly. I wanna buy it. And then we do have a date for the Coyol Gala. Pretty sure.
March 6th.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah. So that will be a really intimate gathering, and again, just there'll be local photographers that have donated pieces. So it'll not only be a dinner, but an auction.
to raise some money.
Which is really amazing. And I mean, again, talking about the ocean rescue courses, this isn't just for adults. The kids love these courses. Ane and her team do an amazing job. So all ages, we just have different dates every month for little groms, older groms, and especially the kids love it. Adults, of course, do too, but this is for everyone.
So what ages and can bilingual?
Bilingual.
Everyone's invited?
Yeah, we have bilinguals. We always have scholarships available for local kids too that are not being able to.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so in every course training that we run, we have X amount of spaces for scholarships. And then it can be increased depending. Sometimes people are very nice and then don't only pay for their kid, but they also pay for another kid to do it. So we have more space for local kids to do it. And they love it, because we usually, all of our trainings instructors are bilingual. So it's in Spanish and English, and we have scholarships available for.
You should come to the training, Rich.
You should.
Yes,
Maybe.
you
And
would
your
love
kids.
it.
Yeah.
And so we do kids 10 to 13, 14 to 17, and then the adults is like 18 and up. We also do, sometimes people want to do like their family wants to do like a family private one, and it's really fun to do it with families too. They gather two families and they all the kids, mom, dad.
Yeah, we do
everybody
private
does it.
trainings, right? We tailor trainings to the needs of the people participating. So
Guys, you guys would
we've
go
done-
wherever, from small kids to groups to businesses to just...
Totally.
You want to share this knowledge.
So, but
Exactly.
we're also working on developing an actual junior lifeguard program that we hopefully going to launch this summer. It's going to be way more extensive. We know that kids, when they learn, they go home and they tell their families everything they learned that day, right? So teaching kids is going to spread out more information about ocean awareness and rescue for sure. So developing a longer term junior lifeguard program for ticos and foreign kids, tourists and expats, I think that's going to have a great trickle effect here. So this summer, when the kids are out of school, they can come, play and learn with the NOS. Learn
Right on.
CPR, first aid,
Yeah,
rescue,
and
swimming.
that's the other
all of it.
training we haven't talked about is that we've been wanting to have a CPR training for so long, and we started them a couple months ago. I think today is actually happened the 4th CPR training that we do for NOS, and of course we also have scholarships for these ones, and they're also oriented at the beginning for surf instructors, because if you're a surf instructor, you should have your CPR certification up to date. And this is hard here because costs money, we're far away, they have to take a day off work or something like this. And with NOS, we want to have it available for all surf instructors for free, and community members as well.
Right on. All right, so what else do we need to hit? We've hit a short-term, mid-term. You want to talk about your long-term goals?
I mean, I think it's fun to share that, the foundation that we've created with Nosara here, Ocean Safety, and the programs that are being implemented into structure, this really could, Rich, be a plug and play for all the beaches in Costa Rica. Because
Explain
this
that
doesn't
further. That sounds interesting.
I mean, think of Samara Ocean Safety. They don't have these type of empowerment and prevention programs in place, even if there are lifeguards. Now, Santa Teresa has a really amazing lifeguard program. I'm not sure is the extent of community classes. So this is all about...
They started running this.
Oh, they did.
Yeah.
So you think about the majority of beaches in this country do not have programs like this. So I think it's really exciting to think that
And
we really
also-
could become a hub.
Yes.
That lighthouse to shine throughout Costa Rica to create safer coastlines.
Is there any negative in anything that you're doing, in your opinion? Is there any negative?
Negative?
Is there any negative?
No. I don't think I'd be doing it if there's any negative,
No.
would you? I think we're all three so passionate. And
sure.
I feel like too, Nos, you know, it's a community and an organization that brings people together because we're all drawn by the pulse of this ocean, whether we surf, walk it, swim. And so I do feel like Nosara Ocean Safety binds together people on both sides for the love of the ocean and to feel protected and safe around this amazing ocean.
All right, everyone, you heard it here first. Ellen said there's no negatives. And we're all
Are there
gone.
negatives, girls?
I mean, like, I think within the organization, not so much, but if you look at the bigger picture of ocean safety, you know, we have more and more people coming to our beaches here in Nosara, right? So we will see an increase in accidents and drownings. That is a fact.
2020 had 98 drownings in Costa Rica in general, and beaches were closed most of the year, right?
Yeah. And that would mean that would have, if the beaches would have been open throughout the entire season, it's most likely that we would have seen many more drownings than we've ever seen in 1 year in Costa Rica. And yeah, I think that is what we're trying. Yeah, I know, but that is what we're trying to really work towards not having to do, right? Like not having to have these drownings. I think we started this, you know, very much as a mission. We all did high fives and say no more drownings in Nosara, right? And then what happened? You know, we had more drownings after we started this, and yeah.
But let's circle to a positive, right? We know it was the first Semana Santa in 20 years or something. They said but there was not a single drowning on our beaches, which is
Last year.
incredible due to the help of the lifeguards, and no volunteers walked up and down the beaches, telling people be mindful here. And so something I feel like is working.
It is it is totally working. But my point is, like, we are going to see more accidents here, right? We are going to see more things happening here. So the community has to be vigilant.
It's
like, we
real.
just have
Like,
to, right?
be honest, I think it's the third beach in Guanacaste that gets more drownings every year. This is just the stats, right? So it's so important, this work that we're doing with the community. The community is so passionate about it.
We have more drownings here than Tamarindo Beach.
Yeah.
Which is interesting, right? If you think about the amount of people that go visit Tamarindo versus Nosara. And it tells a little bit about the conditions here. The conditions here are very dangerous. They are. We take swell from all directions, right? When we take swell from all directions, we get conditions that follows. That would be rip currents, big waves, a lot of impact, a lot of power going out again. And yeah, so we all got to learn about it, right? We all got to learn how to stay safe.
All right, so for people listening to this, they need to follow you on Instagram. If people are not on social media, they need to go to your website.
Go to our website.
And what else should we tell them? What else do you want listeners of this to hear from you?
I think it's important, too, that anybody that wants to be involved in any capacity, you know, we are mainly volunteer. I mean, we have some staff, of course, but it's been led by mainly Lonnie Blanco and I, and Danny initially as volunteers. So we would welcome any volunteers that want to help in any of these efforts and are passionate. And I think, too, you know, if you have a rental home, if you have a business, like, we would love to get the NOS educational material into every rental home, into every hotel room, because at least then it gives visitors a glimpse that, hey, I may need to think about these conditions. Let's
Got it.
look
So
before.
they can help you by volunteering to help either in instructional courses, I'm guessing, or teaching kids, or what would the volunteers do is what
helping
we're
with
thinking
graphic material, educational material. You got any type of skills when it comes to do graphic design, for example. We're looking for
maybe
people like
if somebody could print and bring down some stuff.
Exactly.
Exacto. Things like this.
Yeah.
Merchandise. I mean, that's it. Yeah.
Designing new things for our merchandise.
Videos for content creation. We want to start creating all these like really good explaining videos of like rip currents and have really good visuals, right, of these conditions that are dangerous and that are permanent.
Maybe someone listening to this can figure out some of the times when we have heavier currents, we can go get some drone footage of how they circle, and so maybe some of us could go paddle out, or I'll go paddle out in the middle of it, and here's how you handle this situation. Like,
Exacto.
that'd be good.
Yeah.
Exacto.
Yeah, exactly. Very good.
What else do you want to get out there? Because it seems like your message is pretty clear. You're off to a great start. You feel real good about it. Money's coming in. What else? Like, what else do I have this platform?
I mean, just a little advice of what we do when we go to the beach, right? We have so many beginner surfers here. It's a great place to learn how to surf, right? Just know that when you go to the beach, you have to be aware of the conditions, right? So we can all participate in keeping the beaches safer by staying within our own limitations, right? So when we go to the beach and we look at the beach, we have to look at all the conditions for a while to understand what's going on, right? Like the set is not going to be rolling all the time. We have to look at the waves. We have to look at the behavior of the waves. Do we have driftwood? Are there rocks? How's the wind? And just understand like all the different dynamics of the ocean, right? Talk to your surf instructor, take an extra lesson if you need to.
If you don't know, ask the lifeguards.
As the lifeguard, and stay within
Locals.
limitations, right? I think that's a really, really good way to understand and learn our own limitations, and just stay within limitations. So,
All good stuff. Thanks for what you're doing. Much
Thanks,
appreciated.
Rich.
It sounds like a lot's happened and there's a lot more on the way. So I'll look forward to having you back. We'll do an update later on in the year and find out what the next version or what phase 2 or phase 3 or 4 or 5 or whatever you're up to by that.
Love it.
Between all your energy, I know you're going to do something. I wish you nothing but success and thank you for what you're doing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Rich.
Thank you for having us.
They might be saving me one day,
hopefully we don't have to.
Yeah.
but at least you'll know how.
Yes.
Thanks
Love
again.
it. Thank you.
Gracias.
Thank you.